And before having a conversation with someone, one thing I always, always, always suggest is that you make sure that you know what you want from the conversation. And also, I think it's important for us to connect to the type of people that we are asking to be in a relationship or understanding with us, because I think it's highly important for us to make sure that that person has the capacity to understand, respect, and create a solution. If you have a person that's defensive and a victim mindset, blaming, pointing out their actions is the worst thing that you can do to them, because they will just deflect, deny, and criticize you. So in order to protect your peace in that, here's where I want you to start. Again, get clear about what you want from this conversation. What is it that you value? That was me at the running club the other day. Anywho, get clear on what you want. So, do you want them to be aware of their actions in this conversation? Do you want them to take responsibility for their actions? Do you want them to just hear you out? Make sure you're very clear on that, and start with, and this is going to sound so generic, but it works. Start with, hey, the other day when X, Y, and Z happened, I felt, you'll start with an I feel because, right? I felt really disrespected, and it actually kind of triggered me because X, Y, and Z. Here's an example. I'll use myself. So if I was addressing someone disrespecting my boundary of not touching me, because at this point everybody knows that was never the goal. That was never the goal. It would look like, hey, we talked about this before, and I just felt so uncomfortable in my own skin, right? I'm taking responsibility for my actions because nobody made you feel a type of way. You felt that type of way because of whatever you have going on. I was really uncomfortable, and I felt like you disrespected the boundaries that I had already set in this relationship, because that was my because. I told you that I don't like that. Ooh, it's a little heel. Another option that you could say, another option that you could say is, I felt really X, Y, and Z after this because and then why you felt that way. And most of the time when you are having a conversation with a healthy person that you love, even if they have a victim blame set, you might have to shift what you want in this conversation. Because if you want someone to be understanding that doesn't have the capacity to understand, you're having the wrong conversation. And you're going to be very, very disappointed in that. That would be like asking me to do your taxes. You're going to jail, baby. No doubt about it. You're going to jail. I don't count that well. So in this, you want to make sure the person has the emotional capacity to even understand where you're coming from. And sometimes it's not about how they're going to change the behavior, but speaking up for yourself in a healthy way and letting them know that that behavior was unacceptable for whatever reason you deem appropriate, right? So let's say your goal of the conversation was to get them to understand. If they don't have the capacity to do that emotionally because they are in a victim mindset, maybe their vibration is a little lower and they really can't see into the depths of their actions, allow it to be a conversation that dispels how you felt and what you need from them going forward. So that would sound like, if we take the example of me not liking to be touched, hey, I had already addressed this and I was just wondering, going forward, if you do feel like you want to hug me, will you at least let me know before ahead of time? Because I wasn't expecting you to invade my space like that, and it really triggered me. Okay? So try something like that. That's what I would suggest. I hope this helps. I hope it was worthy. It won't take me so long to respond next time. I just literally haven't been, I've been outside and I've been leaving my phone in the car. But that's all I have on this. If you guys have more questions, put them in the comments below because I love to hear from you. All right, take care.